so let's get on to looking at this Gemini. Now, I do pull in energies here of monetary projects, and whether this is going to actually, whatever this plan is that you have in mind. Oh, that one's picked up. I get the Lord. So you could be a man here, the Lord, or your partner, your person around you, the Lord here, or it could be a boss, it could be a boss kind of figure. I get the Lord. Okay, there's someone around you. It could be a father figure, or it could be someone that feels that they are in charge of you. I think you need to explain to this person that although for some reason they feel that they have control, and I think this is, I don't know what this is, but I feel that they feel that they have control of you, and that's not how you want this to be perceived. I don't understand. I get this. I feel that you may be upset about this. Now, I don't want to put a downer on this, but I get, um, or this person may let you down. They may actually say, I've had a second thoughts about this, kind of thing. Let's see where this goes. Um, Now, I do get this is someone around you. You need basically, it could be a lover, it could be a lover, it could be someone around you who I do get that's quite toxic. Now, I hope that it's not a work situation that's toxic. That's crowning this read. You do not want it to be toxic. Or it could be a situation. I'm trying to ascertain who this is. It's a person around you. I get a toxic workplace or a toxic person around you does not want you to succeed. This week ahead, I hope not, and I hope this is not the case. But I get it is something maybe to do with work, or you may be a bit apprehensive. Look, I'm going to put another spread here, and I'm going to ask, is it about your work, Gemini? Is it about this project? Is it about what is this about here? So let's have a look here. What is this? Is this about work? Let's have a look at the work situation to begin with, business work. I want to look and find out where this is so you can actually, be careful and try to avoid this if you can. Okay. So let's have a look here. Is this work? Is this work? In the work situation, how is this going to pan out within the work situation? Just don't worry so much, because even if it was, you could actually sort this out. And I get work. Okay, the first card that I get here is work. Um, let's have a look at the work situation. You're hoping that this project or whatever this is not, they're not going to let you down. And there's some defensiveness here. So you may actually, either you or the other person or this situation may be quite defensive, may try to create arguments here. I do not feel that this is a work situation. I think you need to pull away from this a little bit, because I think sometimes you can try too hard, instead of just being who you are and actually, this is the way I am, this is what I'm going to be able to give to you and that's it kind of thing. I think that this is what this is. It's like not going beyond your limitations, not going beyond your limitations. So, well, I can do this for you and I can do that for you, but I'm not certainly not going to do that kind of thing. So I get money card. So yeah, and I think this is like finding your place in this situation. You are well respected. You are well respected. This person does respect you. Um, um, they don't want you to feel trapped. They don't want you to feel trapped. They don't want you to feel, and they'll probably say, you've got the freedom to actually, express what you do and who you are, and as long as you get the job done, that's all I care about. So yeah, so it's being careful of your limitations here with the work situation. That's the work situation, okay. Do not give more than that you can give, and just say, well, I'm prepared to do this, but not that, and I can take on that workload, but not that. Okay, I do want some time to express my own, all these kind of things. So let's have a look. If that's, yeah, I get the work's okay, um, but you need to draw some boundary here. So let's have a look. Is this toxic situation a lover, an ex-lover, someone around you, okay, or a loved one or family? Okay, let's have a look here. Is this toxic person someone that is around you, that is a lover, an ex-lover, someone like that? I think they feel that if this is a lover, they actually feel a little bit lost without you. I feel you may have recently separated from them, and they feel that you're a lot happier and more content without them. And I feel this is what this is. Or they may actually be pretending, or they may actually be saying, I'm a lot happier without you, and it's working out for me. I do get the Queen of Swords. That actually could be you, Gemini, the Queen of Swords on top of this. But we're talking about the person around, they've stopped giving to you. This person has stopped sharing with you, they've stopped giving to you. So this could actually be a family member. They're just trying to keep you in the fold they want to prevent the tower. They're trying to prevent the tower, and the way they're doing this is very kind of toxic by bringing you back into the fold, bringing you back into this situation, this dynamic, trying to bring you back into the dynamic by withholding and hoping that you actually, yeah, they do want a new beginning with you with the rebirth card. Um, they've pulled away from you. You also get that dynamic of toxicity where it's victim blaming. So you may have been the victim here, but they have to have all the power here in this dynamic. And the way that they do this is pretend that you don't mean anything to them, that I'm good without you, and I can just function quite happily without you, you know. So it's no big deal to me, kind of thing. So I think you maybe take this on board and say, well, fine, if that's the way that you feel, then go and do this on your own. And don't care about me anymore, and don't show that you care about me anymore, and go and do that. Because it is about power. It's about using this narrative of you don't bother about me and you don't bother about this situation or this relationship. So, why should I bother, kind of thing. They're trying to make this matter. They're making a point of this. They're trying to get you to see that we're pulling away from you because they're trying to turn the narrative around here. They feel this is the best way to control you, is to pull away from you. Um, yeah, this is quite radical. They may have done this before, and it worked. And you came chasing, and you came to sort this out. Let me sort this out. What have I done wrong? And is there something that I can do here to amend this? What is it? Trying to make your anxieties that it worked at some point in your life. This person did this and it worked on you. Um, so they're doing this. They're still playing this game. Um, it's tradition as well. It's like I get the tradition card. It's like this is how this has always been done here. This has always been done this way. If this is a partner of yours, they've always done this to their partners to actually bring them back to the fold, back into the dynamic, back into the toxic dynamic. Um, they markedly do it. It's like they totally cut you off, or if there's something that you need from them, whether that's monetary, financial, or whether you share a property together, or uh, you want things, they deliberately withhold that from you because they want you to come. They're doing that old game. This is all they've got left. This is the only hand they've got left. Because if they didn't have this hand in front of them, they wouldn't have you. They wouldn't have any control over you whatsoever. So this is the only hand that they've got is either finances, money. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to control you. Whatever this is, it's like, well, I've got this and I can use this. But this person used everything as a tool to control you, everything. And the only thing that they've got left is this one hand that they've got. I've got this and I can control you over this. And I'm going to use it. Um, because but it's like they're pulling away from you. Um, it's like they're saying that you are estranged. You are estranged from me, and you are estranged from the family, or you are estranged from this family, and it's like it's really just pulling at your heartstrings to try to control the situation. Um, yeah, it's toxic. I feel this is what this is. It's either to do with an ex-partner or family members. The toxicity here, it's still there. It's going on in the background. I feel that you don't even realize you're just getting along with your life and building your life up the best that you can. And this is just going on. It's like humming away in the background here. Um, it's what they've always done. If this is an ex or it's somebody you've recently separated from, they're using the only tactic left that they have to use. Um, So what's the outcome of this? Yeah, because I feel this is like this person's not letting you go fully. They're keeping something here, a tie. Um, they know if you cut that tie, if you cut this final piece here, that would be it. So they're using it as a weapon to try to create their narrative, to create a story, to say, oh, this person, I don't know what it could be, making stories up that aren't true. Um, and people around them are saying, well, that person's not really done anything. I've not seen how they have created any problem or been banging on your door and coming to, um, you know, I haven't seen this person stalking you or anything like that. So what is it that you mean? And people start to ask questions. So let's have a look here. I want to just look at this. What do you do about, is it the family, or is it this ex, or is it a partner, in-laws that are toxic here? Is that what this is? Is this what you're going to find out, that this is going on behind the scenes? It's like this toxic person knows exactly how to, stick their knife in. I know what would work. I know what would actually stick the knife in that person, is a huge betrayal. A huge, massive betrayal would, drive that person to, because they feel that you're happy. I get the contented card. They're doing this because they feel you're getting on with your life and you're a lot happier without them. Yeah, because they get the Ace of Wands. It's like, you've moved on. It's like you've moved on and you're living your life. And I didn't expect you to move on so quickly and start living your life like this. Although it's not been that quickly, I don't feel. They're thinking that you are very grounded, that you're very stable. They are not okay. That they are not so emotionally stable. They're not doing too well here. They feel with the Sun card that you're happy, the sun's shining on you. How dare you be so happy? And I know that this person may have caused this, but they're using a narrative to say, they're turning the narrative around to say, look at that person getting along with their life, so happy as Larry, um, and they've left me in this state. Yet, yet they may have caused it. They may have caused all of this. Because they did, because I get this was a complete headache for you. And this is very manipulative. I get the magician card, very manipulative. Um, so this manipulation's still going on behind the scenes, but you're not aware of it. You're just getting along with your life. The Ten of Wands, you've actually put this down, this burden. I'm done with this. I'm not carrying this burden anymore. I'm not doing this anymore with you. I'm going to let this go. Um, and I see you, you're working hard, um, and you've been adventurous, you're taking risks. This is the thing that they don't like about you, but you're like this anyway, Gemini. You're like this anyway, and you are going to succeed with the money card. What this is somebody doesn't like it because they feel that you have moved on and that you are much more happier. That's their perception. They feel that you've just moved on so easily, so kind of smoothly and all this kind of thing. Don't let them know the real story, of course. Let them believe that if that's what they feel and that's what they think, here I am struggling away here and you're lapping it up and having a fantastic time and here I am. Um, that's their narrative. They're still doing this. It's a habit, and they're still doing this. They're still painting this picture about you that you're the one that's created this. You're the one that's made them so miserable. You're the one, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't feel like this. But that's not true. I don't feel that's true. So I feel this is where the toxicity is. I think what you should do, whether this is family or whether this is an ex or whoever this is, um, or a separation, I feel that you should just keep going down the road that you've chosen, whether that's, it's going to be challenging. Nobody gets an easy ride. Everybody, if you want to succeed, have to work like their butt off, have to work really, really hard. And I think you're prepared to do that. You're realizing with this project or these project that I feel you're going to be successful with the monetary job prospects and projects here. You are going to be successful with that, Gemini. But you know that it's going to take a lot of hard work. For some of you, you may actually be thinking about going back to university, doing extra studies, it being very intense, just to actually succeed with this, just to give you some further accolade for for yourself, yeah, to say, okay, I'm going to do this because it's going to progress my life here. And I don't care how old you are either. It doesn't matter how old you are. Uh, this is something that you want to achieve, or this could be offered to you. Yeah, I get the evil queen. There is toxicity around you. I think you should stay away from these toxic people because I do get the finance card. You are going to be financially stable. You are going to succeed. Whoever this is does not want to see you succeed. They were hoping that you were going to fail. They're jealous of you. They're jealous of you. They wanted you to disappear and but you're not. You're not. You're actually painting the sun back into a dark sky here. You're starting to, I think you're closing the door on this, whatever this is, this toxicity, and you're starting to paint the sun into this darkness again. And it's like you're starting again because I get the voyage here. So you may be thinking about going overseas. You may be thinking about holidays. You may be thinking about adventure in the future. Maybe that's not now, but I feel that you are going to be very successful. I'm not saying do it to prove these people wrong or this person wrong. I think that this is your progression. I think this progression would have happened whether you were with this person or not. I think this person may have slowed you down. You may have progressed to this if this person hadn't have been around more quickly. So, um, yeah, it's like a bittersweet experience because on it's like you've got two kind of lives parallel to each other. You've got this life where you're succeeding with a lot of hard work, and you've got this other parallel life here where there's this envy, this jealousy, people treating you like a scapegoat, blaming you for everything, and you're just keeping down this road in your lane. You're staying in your lane. and you're staying out of that lane. That's what I'm getting here. I think that is the best advice here for this reading, okay, for this following week is to stay in your lane, stay away from this toxicity, and just go down. Don't share, because I feel that you may have shared your exciting stories, your achievements in the past, and these people looked at you blank faced like, really, do you think we're going to believe that? Do you honestly think we're going to believe what your lies? They're not lies, okay? They're not lies. They're actually truthful. But they made out that they were lies so that they could make out, they didn't want to feel envious or jealous of you. So they made out that you were a little bit screwy, and you told lies and you made up these stories because they didn't want to feel like, they didn't want to be jealous of you. And this is the way that they did this. So let's have a look at the energy cards, Gemini. Don't share this with them. Don't, if they ask you, if it's family and you have to speak to them and they say, oh, what are you up to now? Are you still doing that crazy thing that you lied about? You can actually just don't say anything. Oh, I'm not doing much really. No. Don't say anything. Don't tell them. Just do it for you, and do it for the friends, the people that appreciate it around you. Don't share it with them. So so this card here, Gemini, let me just put my glasses on. What an interesting reading. Yeah, this is really getting to know about yourself here. And thinking about yourself, not in a narcissistic way. This is like putting yourself first and showing that you feel that you know how important you are, you know how hard you've worked, and you don't need this validation from these people. I get into me, I see with the energy card, into me, I see. I think that you relied on these outside influences who are very toxic, low vibrational. I think you're learning that now. It's like you've surpassed them. With emotional intelligence, you've surpassed them. And it's like, why you're questioning yourself. You're looking at yourself and you're thinking, why on earth why did I want the validation from such low vibrational people? Why did I ever want that? I never got it anyway, but why did yeah, I think it's normal. I think it's a normal thing to want to have, people that love you, who you thought who loved you, or people around you, your loved ones, to actually be proud of you, to be proud of what you've done in your life. And like you would be proud of your children, you would be proud of the person, the partner that you loved, you'd be proud and you'd be singing their praises. I think that's just normal. And I feel that you thought that these people around you cared and that they actually loved you. But this is actually looking at this closer, say, well, I didn't receive. That's not love. That's not love, and that's not, and that can actually screw you up unless you are mentally stable. Unless you are very mentally stable, and you can see this, and you do a lot of work on yourself. That you can see this. You can see this. It's like very transparent. It's like. Okay, well, if you weren't so stable, this would actually screw you up. It would send you into a spin. But, people that you thought cared about you do not agree with you, are not on on the same page as you. It's not, but what it is envy and jealousy because their lives are pretty screwed up and they don't want your life to be sorted. So they're just messing it up for you because they're thinking, wow, you're so insecure that you need my approval. That's the way people see it. Narcissistic, toxic people see that people who care about them, who are looking for, just a natural response of like just being proud of your partner or being proud of your child, a narcissistic, toxic reaction would be, what, you want me to tell you that you're doing well when I feel resentful that you're doing that? Yeah, it's not right, is it? It's not right. Um and I feel that you're the only normal person here. It feels like you're the only normal, stable person in this world of yours here right now, apart from your professional side here, your work, your progression. Uh, this other lane here, this lane's okay, which is good. This other lane here, it's like it's full of crazy people, and um, who don't want to see that you're doing well, who do not want to see you improve, who do not want to, they don't want to feel jealous of you. They don't want to feel like their lives are a mess because I'm comparing it with you and you seem to have got it all together because you're the only normal person in this kind of um, in this place. So yeah. So I get here, the perfect symphony. I mean, that's how you're viewed. And maybe you could take, somebody said to me one, oh, I was much younger, and I said, why are they jealous? Why is this person jealous? And this person said to me, a friend of mine said, well, why don't you take that, and rather than taking it and getting upset by it, why don't you just take it as a compliment? Why don't you take that they're jealous of what you're doing and jealous of you, and putting you down as like a big compliment, and see it like that. Um, at the time, I was a lot younger and I was very upset by it, but now I think that's the right advice. The perfect symphony is like, you don't have to show off here. You don't have to show off. You don't have to be something you're not. Just by being authentically you is making these people like this just because you are just being you. The reason why these projects come along is because you have worked so hard to achieve this. You've worked for a long time, some of you for years, at achieving. That's why these things fall into place for you, because you have planted seeds. And this is not something that's been an overnight thing. It's like it's a progression. And I think and I feel that you should be very pleased with yourself and proud of yourself for actually working so hard and planting seeds to actually come to fruition in the future. And I feel this is what's going to happen for you, is the seeds that you have planted with the projects, with your plan of study, with your plan for your business, your career, those seeds that you planted a long time ago, which you've forgotten about, going to start to bloom, start to come to fruition. And I feel this is what this is, and you're naturally just going to move forward with this in your lane. And as for these other people that just I think you've got to see it for what it is. And like that advice that I got from a friend many years ago, saying, why do you not just take that as like that woman is jealous of you. Why do you not just take that as a compliment? That woman is jealous because you look lovely, your dress looks nice, you're very pretty, and they were sniping at you and being nasty. Why don't you just take that as a compliment? Well, that's hard to do when it's somebody close to you, that you want, somebody who's close to you, you want them to care for you and love you. You don't want them to snipe at you. And that's how I saw it back years ago. It's hard to do that when a person who does that is somebody that you thought loved you. Um, and it's hard to actually forgive for that too. It's hard to forgive, although it's better to forgive. It's better to sit down and say, well, I forgive you for feeling so deprived in your own life that you felt jealous of me or my life when I was struggling too. I was struggling. I just didn't show it. It's like I just didn't show it on the surface. I just was trying to be the happiest I could be. And I'm sorry that made you jealous, and I forgive you for that. Or sorry that made you angry, but I forgive you for that. Um, it's hard to do that. It's hard to forgive somebody for treating you badly, especially when they're supposed to care and love for you, whether that's a partner or where sometimes you can't forgive. And if it is a partner, you have to let them go. You have to say enough is enough. You keep doing this, and it's hard. And why do you think that I'm so why do you think that I don't feel this every time that you do these things? And this is why a lot of people separate and get divorced because they put up with it for so long and then they just can't do it anymore. It's like, well, I don't show it as much as what you do. And I'm sorry that, you hate me because I don't, I'm very calm. Anyway, so that's your reading, Gemini. I don't know if that's resonated with you. Whoever I'm reaching out to here, I think the advice here is to stay in your lane because I get you're the only normal person in the village. That's what I'm getting here. And just stay in your lane and just see it as like, just say to yourself, I forgive you for saying that. I forgive you for thinking that everything in my life is just so wrong and my chosen path is the wrong chosen path. I'm sorry, I forgive you for thinking that about me. I remember saying that to someone. I remember saying that to someone. Somebody said something really, really horrible to me in a very jealous way and vindictive. And I just said, I'm sorry you feel like that about me. I'm sorry that you think that about me. And they said, what do you mean you're sorry? You're sorry. You're apologizing that I think that about you. I said, yeah, I feel sad and sorry that I'm sorry that you feel that way about me. Or I'm sorry that that's how you feel and you think. And it drove them absolutely crazy. Having to apologize for somebody else's bad behavior when what it was aimed to do is to crush you and upset you. But instead, I said, I'm sorry you feel and think that about me. I'm going to leave it there, okay? Stay in your lane. I feel that you are going to be successful. Just be mindful of this other lane, which is full of crazy people. And and just keep going down your lane and working step by step to actually, yeah, I get like what you've planted seeds and they're going to come to fruition. And some of these seeds you've even forgotten about. Wow, this is coming up again. That's great. You know, so yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. If you'd like your own personal reading, please give me an email. My email is in the description box, Gemini in the bottom there. And thank you for watching. And please like, share, put your comments in the comments section. And bye for now. Bye bye.